There's never gonna be the perfect setup. At a certain point, you gotta just start making stuff. My name is Morley and I make videos about making stuff. In the last year, my channel has grown from 5,000 to over 150,000 subscribers, and I've done it all out of tiny apartment workshops like this one. Today, I want to take you behind the scenes and show you where I work and create every day. All right, let's just get into it. Welcome to my studio. This is where I do all of my editing. I have always aspired towards being a clean, minimalist desk person, but the reality is, I've never been able to do it. This is what my desk looks like 99% of the time, and this little 3D printed thing here has been a game changer. I have spilled drinks on laptops like 3 times. I almost ruined this laptop, but I was able to revive it. I'll link this in the description, this little 3D printed cup holder. I got these lights pretty recently. I think these are Logitech Litra beams. They're great for filming because usually I film that way. I put the camera right here. This little box is actually what I usually put my camera on top of to elevate it to a nice angle. So Eden, don't throw away this box because it's the perfect height.
I will not throw away the box that says Eden, important, do not touch.
I got my 4-month trailing calendar right here, which is so nice to see what I have coming up. I try to keep this just to like video plans, times when I like won't be home and physically cannot work. This has been fantastic.
You forgot my birthday.
I'm sorry. We got the 2 FDM printers, so the Prusa i3 Mark III's, my first 3D printer. They also sent me the enclosure, and honestly, I haven't used this thing at all since I got the Bamboo X1 Carbon. I'm not saying that this is a better 3D printer, but it's just been great for my workflow. It's Wi-Fi enabled. It has integrated multi-materials, prints super fast. I actually built this table specifically for it because this thing causes so much vibration when it prints. I have my chaotic filament storage down here, if you can even call it that. And then right here, one of my favorite things, my Underwood No. 3 typewriter. It's 100 years old. I do a lot of brainstorming at this thing. When I get an idea, I try to just type it up here. So I have like tens of sheets of paper that are pretty much just a stream of consciousness. I do a lot of title ideas here. This thing is a joy to use. You know, Van Neistat was incredibly correct when he talked about how satisfying it is to use a typewriter. I set up this little charging station pretty soon after we moved into this house. It's still too crowded, but it's nice just having one place where I charge everything. This thing is like, I probably should just get rid of this. I found this old computer desk on Facebook Marketplace. It's very shaky, as you can see. I kind of envisioned it as a little workstation if I was, obviously I got, you know, the cutting mat here if I was doing any sort of crafts, but it's just become like a landing place for junk. You know, this is the reality of what it looks like in here most of the time. I would love to be like Marquez Brownlee, beautiful, minimalist, everything has its place set up. Honestly, I don't know if I'll ever get to that point. Like working out of a 3rd bedroom in our house, this is the reality of how I work. And with making videos, I find it very hard to justify time to set up the infrastructure in here and make things really, really nice. Everything is just working enough. It works enough for me because I'm the only one that needs to be here. But one thing I think about a lot is when I hire someone, that is when I want things to be organized. This was like $10 from Home Depot. Just really nice to have another splash of green life in here, especially right next to all of my chemicals. Got those in an old IKEA bookshelf next to the CD lamp. I sort of set this up as a resin 3D printing station, but obviously lots of other random stuff. Again, this was another Facebook Marketplace find. I think this was actually free. I'm probably close to just getting rid of this. It's nice, like it holds stuff, but that's pretty much all it does. I have all of my batteries in here because the garage is not heated, so this keeps the batteries lasting for as long as possible. Shout out to Nanoleaf Elements. They sent me this awesome light and it's like touch sensitive. There's some pretty wild effects, but I usually just have it on cloud mode, and I made it as a little shrine to the, you know, if you watch the video about me stealing back my bike, you know what these are. Colin Cunningham at Juniper and Sixth made me this, he painted this awesome skate deck. This was a spice rack that I made for our old place, and it's now become sort of a display shelf. My clamp trophy that I got for beating Grant Alexander in our build challenge. This was one of the projects from, I think, 2021. I called this the Willow Shelf, and it's become like a nice little display feature that it's never really on camera, but it's things that like I like to look at, and some memories from high caliber camp, some older projects, my 100,000 YouTube subscriber plaque. Actually, I wonder if this is plugged in. The making art sign has a little home right here. Always blows out the camera. There you go. This does not work well on camera because you can never see what it actually says. And as you probably noticed, I have drop cloths hanging from the ceiling purely just to deaden the sound. I know this looks really trashy, but it works pretty well. And just having stuff in here helps a lot with the sound deadening. Usually there's a bunch of random stuff on the floor, and every time I film something in here, I try to push this to the side so that you don't see it. But because I haven't put up enough storage, the reality is that there's always random stuff on the floor.
That's why I keep walking into things and going, ugh.
Yeah.
What is in this closet?
Oh my gosh. All right, what is in this closet? The answer is chaos. Yeah, I have like my wood steamer, bunch of random, nothing that's really worth talking about, just more mess. Just things that at a certain point I was like, these don't have a home, I'm throwing it in here. We don't know how long we'll be in this house. That's like the main reason, or maybe just the excuse that I'm giving to myself why things are as chaotic as they are. So it's like, do I really want to put in all this effort to make things nice? The answer is probably yes, I should, but you know, it works for me.
Little does he know, my birthday's not till April.
That was good. So we got this space, and then we got the garage. So this has been an absolute game changer. At our last place, I was sharing the garage. Come on in, Eden. You don't have to be shy. At our last place, I was sharing the garage with my car, and every night after I was done woodworking, I had to play Tetris to get things all set up. But this is just to be a workshop. The car lives outside.
Hi, Carlos.
So major thing right here, this 4x8 work table. I built this specifically because I got a 4x8 router sled, so I needed this to fit it. Before this, I was working on sawhorses. One nice feature that my friend Christy at Twisted Twine Woodworking suggested, on two sides, the edges actually overhang. This allows me to clamp things to the table, but on the other sides, they are flush, which is a feature that you sometimes want. More chaos under the table. Bunch of tools and materials stored down here. You can see the rails from the router sled are currently down here. Nice big space where I can put stuff. This is a new acquisition. I think this is the most expensive tool I ever bought, but after using it on this coffee table that I'm building, I think it was totally worth it. Festool track saws, you know, I can see why they cost what they do. It just works so well. It is like so different from any woodworking tool I've used before. We got the punch clock finally set up. This was the subject of my first viral. Maybe that should be the cold open.
My belly's upset.
This was the subject of my first viral video, and after like 2 months of having it in a box, I finally got it set up here. It actually runs slightly slow, so I put it in like a week and a half ago. It's 12:50, and this says, oh, it's not too bad, 12:42.
Use it, use it.
Oh yeah,
demonstrate.
Here we go.
Demonstrate.
There we go. Saturday, 12:42 p.m. Eden, can you confirm that that is today?
No.
Whose side are you on? You might have noticed that there used to be a big thing right here. I did have a snap maker, but it took up so much space and I almost never used it that I actually decided to donate it to the local library makerspace. This has only moved out like 2 days ago, so I have not yet decided what I'm going to put here, but it is so nice to have this space back. We got the steam box up there that I made for our dining table project. Another, result of renting this place, I don't want to drill into this brick because I don't want to deal with that when we have to move out. And the result of that is that I have terrible wood storage. So this is all just lying around. What's so funny?
Wood storage.
Got the contractor table saw, which has served me well. Although I would not object to upgrading to a larger table saw because I feel like that would allow me to unlock some bigger projects. Just having a more stable base, a bigger table. One unfortunate thing about this space, as great as it is that I have only one outlet. Eden, can you zoom into that outlet there? One 15 amp circuit, which makes woodworking a little bit difficult. So it's good for the table saw. It's enough for these lights. These are three, I think 120 watt LED lights, which are absolutely fantastic for being in here. But when I need more power, so like when I'm using the table saw, I use my bucket dust collector. I hook that up to my portable power station. So that's a great use for these things. If you have a woodworking space that is limited on power, you can use one of these portable power stations to supply extra power so you're not constantly tripping your circuit breaker. Oh yeah, I think one funny thing is, if you notice the janky cardboard on the window over here, one of the first times I was filming here with the lights, there was beautiful sun coming in, but that was just wreaking havoc on the white balance. So I had 2 pieces of cardboard taped over here. One of them fell off, so we're down to 1. One unfortunate thing about this space is that it's not heated. That's why I have the propane heater going, which actually does pretty well in the Canadian winters. Although it does mean that when I do glue ups or epoxy work, I have to bring things inside to cure. Eden has been very gracious. This has been living on our dining table for about a week now, because epoxy takes a long time to cure. I'm not sure if Eden actually knew that before I started this.
You're like, it's like 4 hours.
Yeah.
But that was the first pour. It's okay, I'm used to it. I've lived with you now for a long time. I've lost count. And yeah, I know that workshop is a very loose term.
Yeah.
It is truly workhouse.
You know, we'll get there. One day I'll have a full heated workshop and studio, and we'll have that nice split between work and home life. But this is my 5th workspace. We had the Montreal apartment where I had 3 other roommates and I was making stuff under my bed. My single Montreal apartment where I was making stuff beside my bed.
Yeah, that's true.
And then our first Toronto place where I had the corner of the living room.
Yeah.
Our second Toronto place where I had the second bedroom, which was a game changer, and the garage, which was also a game changer, but still sharing with the car. And now we're here. And there's always some level of jankiness. You can't avoid that. There's never gonna be the perfect setup. At a certain point, you gotta just start making stuff. So yeah, this is almost done curing. This is going to be a coffee table made from a chaise lounge that my friend Andrew gave me. This is all teak wood. This thing is gonna look so cool, and it's gonna be for sale. So if you wanna buy it, send me a message. Eden, what am I forgetting?
I mean, there's like the things in here that you've made.
Oh yeah, I mean this is I don't know how often you see this
Turn them to a house
my greater
tour.
videos. Welcome to my crib. This is my dog.
Puppy.
Puppy, you're the only puppy for me. Look into my eyes and see. Puppy love is true to me. Puppy, puppy. Oh, I'm gonna just scooch in here with you.
We got the walnut scraps coffee table, which some people did comment, and they were correct. Not the most reinforced bottom, so we do have a bit of a sag, which I'm trying to correct. So my plan is to replace this with gradually longer pieces and then add in an extra leg until we flatten out this curve. But yeah, this thing has been great. Glass top coffee tables are the best. They're so easy to clean, you don't have to worry about rings, and they look really classy. Yeah, big fan of glass top tables. And this is Eden's wonderful macrame work, which we get so many compliments on.
Yeah. We also have some retro MK, Metro MAK in the house.
Oh yeah, wow, this is a throwback.
Throwback. Done a couple of university degrees on this.
Oh, and then actually I had a few comments about this. So some people thought it'd be cool to turn the walnut scraps into shelf brackets, and I did exactly that, and it has worked very well for our cookbooks.
Yeah.
If you want to see what we're up to behind the scenes, or what mostly I'm up to, but sometimes Eden is in there, you can gain exclusive access to the behind the scenes Instagram page by supporting this channel on Patreon. And I want to give a special thank you to my top patron, my mom, Kathy Kert. Thanks, Mom. I love you. I'll see you soon in Costa Rica. All right.
Oh wait, I want to do the exit line.
Okay, go for it.
Oh God, I've already forgotten it.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. No, I doesn't like it. You're good.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.